Your weekend starts here with us on Good Morning Grenada. Thank you very, very much for tuning in. Thank you for starting your fantalocious Friday with us. You're tuned into Classic 105.5, 105.9, Hot 98.5, 98.7, Blossy Bloss, Gary Mr. Smooth. We on the inside, big and bold. Morning, Gary.
Morning.
What say you, boy? We can start.
Things start. I'm excited.
Mass
up in here.
Yeah, man. I see the 2 days coming over the Himalayas. I'm excited to get a little extra hour of sleep Saturday and Sunday morning. Please the Lord. Look at God. Welcome to Good Morning Grenada. Good morning, hot listeners. Hope you are having a fantastic start to your Friday. You're in safe hands with Gary. Yeah, they're in safe hands with you, so I ain't worried at all.
We're on the inside. How's been your evening?
It was good. It was quiet. Spent some time at home, which is where I am most afternoons anyway. But I started a new book yesterday. So, it was a nice, quiet, mellow kind of Thursday. A thankful Thursday.
It was, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. So that's why I come hyped this morning, because I had a restful Thursday and I'm ready to get my Friday starting on a big boy. Okay, before we get into the details and more conversations, let's take a quick break, pay some bills, and then we're going to come back inside with more. This is Good Morning Grenada. We on the inside, big and bold. Don't move.
Southern Electrical, you get the best value, quality products, and expert advice. We are the #1 supplier of residential, commercial, and industrial electrical products in Grenada. View our latest arrivals of wall lights for interior and exterior, beautiful chandeliers, pendants, solar motion lights, kitchen appliances such as crispy air fryer ovens, crepe makers, countertop grills, and more. Visit Southern Electrical at Dusty Highway, Grandin, St. George. We also ship to Carriacou and Petit Martinique. Call our telephone number 444-3042, WhatsApp 405-4993, or browse our website www.segrenada.com.
Hey man, when we come online, you only juking up the phone.
Yeah boy, now as I say, they have an app. I can't find it. I check Play Store. I do a Google search. I can't find it. Man, I get fed up, man.
Nah man, because you look in the wrong place. The app is web-based. You access it via your web browser, right? You can add it to your home screen or your desktop, like any regular app. Watch, look, I have it on my phone, right? And you can access it or add it to any device, your computer, your tablet, any device.
Well, how am I doing that and I can't find it?
All you have to do is open your browser, right? And type mobile.nawasa.gd. And voila, you see?
Just so?
Yes, and you can download it or access it via the web. Once you have a reliable internet connection, right, you can run the app anywhere, anytime.
So, how I adding that to my home screen?
You click on those 3 dots, right, or your web browser setting, and look for the option to install app or add to home screen. Easy peasy. The Nawasa app is versatile, fast-paced, and always up to date because it's web-based. Once a change is made to the app, it updates automatically, no hassle.
Mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion.
Get Rubigas. Get cooking. Rubigas, clean, safe, and reliable LPG is the perfect solution for your commercial and everyday needs. For cooking at home or barbecuing, choose Rubigas LPG cylinders. Available in a variety of sizes from 20 to 100 pound cylinders. Rubigas LPG, clean, safe, reliable. Are you cooking with Rubigas? Get Rubis, get going.
Y'all know I had to delay it a little bit. One of my favorite selections for 2022. Mass start from the entrance. Your weekend starts at Classic 105 Hot 98. Thank you very much. Let me hail up and big up whichever platform you're using to join us this morning. Those of you on the GBN, Grenada Broadcasting Network's Facebook page, the GBN Production YouTube channel, the website www.gbn.gd, GBN TV channels 7, 11, and 20, and the loyal listeners of Classic 105.5, 105.9, Hot 98.5, 98.7. Blossy Bloss, Gary, Mr. Smooth, we on the inside, big and bold. Yep.
Big and bold.
Big and bold. All right, Gary. Let's start.
We're on the inside. We have a lot to discuss today. Let's see how we can tackle as many of the issues we possibly can. But we have a full table today.
Yes, we do. So let's see how we can deal with as many, or if not all of them, as we can. But we know, we have to start with an update on COVID-19. It has been dominating news for the past 2.5 years, and it continues. According to the latest COVID-19 dashboard, as of the end of May 11th, which was Wednesday night, we added 177 new confirmed cases, bringing our total number of active cases to 1,344. So that's as of Wednesday night. I am not sure if there has been a dashboard released last night. Let me just make a quick browse through. Sometimes these...
I think I searched, I didn't see any.
Sometimes these dashboards come out in the wee hours of the morning. So I haven't seen any. I guess yesterday we were celebrating our nurses near and far. It was International Nurses Day yesterday, and I know the Ministry of Health...
Was it now?
Yes, they were honoring a lot of our nurses. They had different posters and flyers posted on their social media. So I guess that dominated their activities yesterday. So maybe they're still compiling the data for the latest dashboard. But in the meantime, let me just say Happy International Nurses Day. It's gone yesterday, but your work continues. So thank you very much for the service you provide to all our nurses near and far. Bless up all your wholesales. I hope you had a good celebration yesterday. But yes, COVID-19, it's still very much out there. 1,344 active cases as of Wednesday night. Not sure how many we added yesterday. So continue to do what you need to do to stay safe and protect yourselves and the lives of your loved ones. Employ your own personal restrictions and protocols to protect yourselves. All right. Oh, yes, and the death toll still stand at 221. So it's 221 too many? But let's hope we can keep that number at that.
Too many.
Yes. Let's hope we can keep it at 221 going forward. All right.
Well, I tell you. We on the inside.
All right.
You know what I want to talk about a little bit later on?
Tell me.
I had a near-death experience yesterday on the road, eh?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you. I decided I will talk about it because... It was me and my family in the vehicle. My 2 kids, my wife, and I. All right. And we came head on with a speeding truck, overtaking another truck on the lane. All right. So could you imagine my horror and the horror of my wife and I sitting in the front? That we are seeing this truck out of a movie, seemingly, coming towards you. And for a split second or two, looks like it's going to run over you. And I am standing or sitting in my car. I came at a dead stop, just waiting for the inevitable. Or what seemed to have been the inevitable. Thank God he managed to swerve and escape a head-on collision. But it was a scary moment.
Yeah,
I turned my vehicle around and I followed the truck. And to find out, well, who he's working for, who is his boss, you know? So I ended up at a particular establishment and I made a report. And then I found my way to the police station and I lodged a report there.
Good job, I agree.
All right. But we see this happening over and over and over and over again. The bullying mentality of those truck drivers.
Let me say some.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. And it has to end. I was disappointed when I was speaking to the police officer and I was like giving my report. And then the police officer said, yeah, well, we're going to find out who owns the truck and then we're going to issue them a warning. I said, a warning? Is that all? Well, yeah, nothing didn't happen to you. I said, wait, so I have to dead first? You know, oh, God forbid I die or get seriously injured for you guys to take action, to charge? You see, that's the society we live in. We live in a reactive society and not a proactive society.
Unfortunately.
We wait until things happen to take corrective action. Now, an incident like that yesterday, I don't think deserves just a warning. You with me?
I'm with you.
I don't think it deserves just a warning. I think it deserves far more than just a warning. So, fortunately for me, when I expressed my disappointment with a comment to the police officer, that police officer turned around and said, you're right. You're right. All right?
Let's hope something more is done in truth.
And I'm going to continue to follow up. I want to make sure that this does not, that it doesn't end there. Because you messed with my family. All right? I was lucky. Another family may not be that lucky, okay?
Let's thank God that you survived that harrowing incident. It's some of these truck drivers, because they big on the road, they feel they big and they bad, and they run the route and they drive like make way. They drive like the rest of us have to make way for them, unfortunately. And it is scary on the road, and it is annoying and frustrating. So I share in your thoughts to follow up.
Yeah, man. Sad.
And keep at it. Somebody on WhatsApp says, well done, Gary. I've experienced a similar situation with a truck driver while on the road with my family just recently. They are very irresponsible and break many rules. Charges need to be made proactively. And that's probably the only way they can take stock of what they're doing on the road, if we take proactive measures. Because if you're just going to warn him, that's probably not even his first warning. For all you know.
You got to hit them where it hurts so that they would not. Imagine two big trucks on the road playing this hee-hee-hee-ha-ha-ha game by taking each other over on a hill.
And there's no way to do that safely on Lothers Lane. There's no way to overtake safely on Lothers Lane.
And Lothers Lane, I bend the corner only to see this monster coming at me. You know, right opposite the kids' playground. Right in that area on that hill there. Come on.
Let's give thanks that it didn't end worse.
I think I've taken up all the program notes.
Hopefully
no, we have to go into the news without the riddle, without the word of the day. What word on here this morning?
We'll try to get to them on the other side of the break. Don't worry about that. It was it's a good way to it wasn't a bad idea to speak of your experience, because one, I'm sure it's not you alone, and two, we need to be making these things known. You want to share the license plate with us now? No?
Oh, by the way, I do have the license plate number. I gave it to the police officer.
All right.
The driver of SL16. You ought to do better than that.
An SL truck.
You ought to do better than that. Had it not been for some miraculous hand yesterday, I would have been spoken about in many quarters as we speak.
Wow.
Right here, right now. And I don't want to be spoken about.
Let's give praises that it didn't end. It didn't end badly. But let's continue to follow up with the police on this.
Yeah, man.
On the other side of the break, we'll get to the word of the day and the other things that we usually start the program with, but we needed to get that out there and put that out there so our truck drivers can be made aware that the rest of us need to use the nation's road too. right?
I had to get off my chest, man.
And I don't blame you. Let's get ready for the morning edition of news. For those of you on radio and those of you on our visual platforms, we bring you highlights of last evening's newscast. It's Good Morning Grenada. Somebody said on WhatsApp, oh Lord, that truck again.
True that?
And somebody else says, I understand what he went through. I had a similar experience last night on the lane.
On the same lane, boy?
On the same lane. Yes. Let's continue to be safe on the nation's road. We are not the only users on the nation's road. Everybody uses the road. Bikers, cyclists, pedestrians, drivers of varying vehicles. Let's keep that in mind and remember our fellow brother men and women. All right, let's get ready for the news. This is Good Morning Grenada on this fantalocious Friday. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
It's apparent that the itching leg is becoming sore. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell is apparently ready to relieve the itch by pulling the electoral bell out of his back pocket. There are increasing signs that he's ready to call the elections. A joint sitting of both houses of Parliament will be held tomorrow, and the Prime Minister says he will make a big announcement on Saturday. Our opening report this evening comes from my colleague, Cherian Blackman-Stephen.
With back-to-back sittings of Parliament on Friday, what's to come in the midst of a general election cycle?
I'm going to start the ball rolling on Saturday with a major announcement on Saturday in Telescope. So come one and all.
The hints for the upcoming general election keep coming from Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell. The latest bell drop notice came from the Grenadian leader during St. Andrew Northwest constituency meeting Wednesday night.
Sisters and brothers, when the bell rings, which is soon, I'm going to tell you this, there would be no time for registration after that. I'm going straight to the thing. Straight to the thing. It's time to put the ink on your finger and put the pen in your hand to put it right behind Delma Thomas and the new National Party's candidate.
The Prime Minister said he understands the mood of the country. His conclusion is that Grenadians are ready to vote.
Finally, sisters and brothers, Saturday would be a big day for St. Andrews Southeast and Southwest. I told you, I understand the mood of the country. People want to vote. I understand this. Sisters and brothers, I told you what is necessary. Make sure everybody get registered. Make sure you do your canvass, have your 1 in 10, everything ready.
Curious eyes and ears will be on Mount Welldale on Friday, as the lower house will sit for a second time this week, with a special sitting carded for 9 a.m. to be followed by the sitting of the upper house at 11 a.m. The lower house already met on Tuesday. Cherian Blackman-Stephen, GBN News.
Public Utilities Minister Nolan Cox has defended the government's decision to award the Molyneux landslip project to a St. Lucian company. Since his announcement last week, there have been questions about why the project was not awarded to a local construction firm. GBN's Christina John is following this story.
Denison George, a Grenadian lawyer residing in the United States, is irate about the recent announcement by Senator Nolan Cox that the Molyneux land slippage project has been awarded to a St. Lucian construction company. George cites this as a disservice to all Grenadians and Grenadian companies.
Slap in the face to the Grenadian people. It's a slap in the face to every unemployed youth in Grenada. It's a slap in the face to every unemployed young man in Grenada. It's a slap in the face to every company in Grenada that is capable of producing and fixing that road, and that was not given a fair opportunity to do that work because of possible political nepotism and favor.
In a statement issued on Thursday, Minister for Infrastructure Development Nolan Cox sought to clarify what he termed misinformation, implying that government is not giving opportunities to local companies to bid on that particular project.
The 6 companies that submitted, one of the companies who submitted documents, it was non-responsive, so they didn't even bother evaluating that company, so they end up evaluating 5. They missed out a number of documents, and so that one there was nothing there to evaluate. So eventually only 5 companies documents were evaluated, and of course the Bonafide Grenadian company was one of those companies that was evaluated. After evaluation, the highest score received was 91, and the lowest score received was 42 points. And the Grenadian company in question received the lowest scoring of 42 points. One of the reasons why the local Grenadian company was not scored very high because of the 20 or so documents that was part of the tender that was required to submit it. The local Bonafide Grenadian company failed to submit about 14 or so of that 20 plus documents. And just to give you a snapshot of some of the things that was not submitted, things like insurance, methodology statement, schedules, also what was failed was submitted, information on doing prior work similar to that nature what is being done at Molyneux. So these are some of the critical things that was missing from that submission, hence the low scoring for that company. And that was the only Grenadian bona fide company that submitted.
Mr. George's statement implied that the individual who heads the St. Lucian company is under scrutiny.
And with all due respect to the brother, it seems like he came from humble beginnings, pulled himself up, and are successful. And that's a good thing. But what is very concerning here is that St. Lucians, the regular man in St. Lucia, St. Lucian politicians, are accusing him and his company of nepotism, of favoritism.
Being discussed in St. Lucia, most people are saying, well, this contract was offered to Reno, or he won this contract only because he's the Prime Minister's friend. There are even suggestions and statements being made that the Prime Minister is a shareholder in your company.
Well, I'll tell you something. If the Prime Minister is my friend, he's a very smart guy, because I consider myself successful, and if he associates himself with successful people, he will do well. August, because election was November.
Yes.
In August, Mr. Clem Bob approached me and asked me and told me, Reno, I heard you were offering financing to the government. Are you still willing to do it? And I said to him, yes, I'm willing to do it. He approached me in August, and he said to me, Reno, we have an election coming and we have to deliver to the people.
Oh.
And we must deliver to the people. To tell you that in his second year in the administration, I personally called him and offered him $20 million US a year for the next 4 years, that I would finance their government to get works done. That was in his second year.
$6 million has been budgeted for the project, which, according to Senator Cox, is being funded locally. Kristalina John, GBN News.
Grenada Conference of Seventh-day Adventists presents the Bible Speaks Empowerment Series with international evangelist and motivational speaker, Pastor Marvin Smith. Join us for this life-changing series starting Saturday, 21st of May and continuing nightly at Maribor Seventh-day Adventist Church in St. Andrews. Come experience powerful preaching and practical solution to life's challenges from the Word of God. This dynamic series will also be streamed live at 7 p.m. nightly on Mission Life GND via YouTube and Facebook. Connect with us. It will be pure awesomeness.
Introducing Color by Seasons. 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 Color by Seasons.
Several construction projects are in train and new ones are being started as the country prepares for what might be an earlier than constitutionally due general election. We go now to the parish of St. Andrew, where work has started on a recreational center which has been laying in ruins since Hurricane Ivan. GBN's Rina Thomas filed this dispatch from Simone in St. Andrew.
It's a proud and exciting moment for residents of Simone St. Andrew as what was a dream starts to materialize after more than 10 years of plans and promises. The center was used as the venue for Calypso semi-finals and other recreational activities. Residents are enthusiastic about the start of the construction of the center.
I think it's a good idea bringing it back. It will help the people, employment-wise, cultural-wise, they'll a boost to the community then.
Number two, them youths I'm going to get work. Number three, go be good for Simone because a couple of years back, since after Ivan, the Pavlan, Mahjong, the park like that, yes, you still have a little activities, you don't have no activities, but the next 2 years, it'll be nice, the community will be good. I just hope that it'll destroy it.
And it's happy to see that Simone will be refurbished with a cultural place where people will be coming to enjoy themselves. It would be a very good thing for the community as we had it before. And I'm happy to see that will be on stream again. Maybe the youths around will enjoy it and they will learn something from it.
You might just watch here like just so, but at least it was a central place. You know, things used to happen here, all shows used to happen here, and then just everything just go on. At least, you know, at least my grandchildren and them could see things happening in Simone again.
Calypsonian Randy Isaac reflects on the role played by the center during his formative years as a Calypsonian.
Simone Pavilion, when I started singing, it was the place. And when you get picked to come to the semi-finals in Simone, and the people in St. Andrews, they love calypso music a whole lot, and Simone was the place. So after being down for such a long time, it's good to see that the project actually started, and it's going to bring back culture as it used to be in St. Andrews.
Minister for Infrastructure Development Nolan Cox announced that the project will be undertaken by Kenneth Truckings and is expected to be completed within 2 years.
As to what the center entails, it's going to be a pavilion with a stage area as well. I think in the stage area there will be some museum and some other areas for other training and other stuff, and a lot of commercial activity as well. There was one feature that is not part of the building now, and I'll just let it a little secret. It was part of the original concept, but it's not part of this scope of work. A 25-meter swimming pool for persons in the St. Andrews area.
The Simone Cultural Center was destroyed by Hurricane Ivan in 2004. For GBN News, I am Rena Thomas reporting.
Well, today is being observed as International Nurses Day. It is celebrated on May 12, which is the anniversary of Florence Nightingale's birth. This week's GBN Health pays tribute to nurses for their contributions, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. GBN Health comes to you compliments Gittins Healthcare.
Every year on May 12th, the world marks International Nurses Day in recognition of the tireless and invaluable contribution of nurses to healthcare and global health security. This year, the day is observed under the theme Nurses, a voice to lead, invest in nursing and respect rights to secure global health. Health Minister Nicholas Steele says the COVID-19 pandemic has unlocked a new level of respect and gratitude for the nation's nurses.
Today on International Nursing Day, we honor our nurses who sacrificed and worked tirelessly to care for patients, whether in hospitals or within the community. Now, more than ever, in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, we are especially grateful to every nurse for the role they have played and continue to play in the fight against COVID-19.
He detailed some initiatives government embarked on to strengthen the nursing and midwifery force.
Regularization of nurses. This is an ongoing process and continues. 2. Nursing and education and training. 3. Government has also recently trained over 60 nursing assistants in collaboration with T.A. Marjo Community College. 4. Issues surrounding contracts are being looked into with the aim of ensuring that every worker has an updated contract. We all have a part to play in safeguarding the rights of health workers to decent working conditions, which is also integral to overcoming human resources shortages and retaining our health workers.
President of the Public Workers Union, Brian Grimes, saluted the nurses on their continued exemplary service and commitment to the health sector.
The Grenada Public Workers Union takes the opportunity to wish our nurses happy International Nurses Day. We are very excited that this day has come about because it's a day of commemoration, and we believe that the nurses, they deserve every bit of love, every bit of credit that they can get from us in the general public and from all organizations. The work they have done over the last few years, over all periods, in fact, but the pandemic has shown out in terms of how important nurses are to our society and what they are going to do in the future. It's incredible. So to this day, in our view here at the Grenada Public Workers Union, is a very, very special day in our country and obviously international.
The day is celebrated on May 12th, the birthday of the founder of modern nursing, Florence Nightingale.
Renbeck Community Partnership Initiative, supporting education.
The project for our school is the expansion of the school feeding department and home economics department. Our previous kitchen area has been very small and sometimes it became congested. Therefore, we would like to say a heartfelt thank you to Grenbeck for partnering with us in ensuring that we improve the quality of education that we provide here at Riverside Government School.
Grenbeck, energizing our community.
Let's start the new year on a high, a detox high, because it's detox time again at Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Check out our many detox packages starting from $100 or get 15% off on colonic irrigation therapy. Detoxing can help with liver and blood cleansing, weight loss, constipation, acid reflux, kidney stones, heavy metal removal, gas and bloating, and more. Call or WhatsApp us on 231-6642, 418-7115, or 449-7753. Ask about our delivery options. Visit us now. Bruce Street Mall, store number 1208, or Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area. Our opening hours are Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Detox your way to health. These specials ends on March 31st or while stocks last.
Entertainment presents Flavors of Calypso and Extempo. Featuring live from Trinidad, the reigning Calypso monarch, Terry Lyons. Also from Trinidad, reigning Extempo king, Brian London, as he comes up against Powder and Papa. Presented by and performing live, the big band, Sour Serpent, the ever-threatening Big Shay, Beast Scholar, Rootsman Kelly, Cox, Smallies, Teacher Eddie, and more. All backed by the Hitwave Band, hosted by Lester. Admission $50 to get your tickets now from all popular ticket locations nationwide. Flavors of Calypso, Saturday, May 28th. Spice Basket, Calypso is back. Sponsors: Playway, Coca-Cola, Dasani Water, Ken Flav Brokerage, First Class Mufflers, Mitchell's Pharmacy, GBN Radio and TV, Innovative Shipping, McIntyre Brothers, Party Shipping, Dickon Mitchell, and Digicel.
Because today's all about celebrating you, we've stocked up all your favorite fragrances, skincare, makeup, and accessories. The latest in handbags from Fuller, Italy, Mont Blanc, and more. We topped it up with love and a bundle sale package. Enjoy 15% off when you spend up to $100, 20% when you spend between $100 to $300, and take an extra 5% off for purchases over $300. And make sure you get your gift with your purchase. Happy Mother's Day from your friends at Rouge Duty Free.
Grenada Conference of Seventh-day Adventists presents the Bible Speaks Empowerment series with international evangelist and motivational speaker, Pastor Marvin Smith. Join us for this life-changing series starting Saturday, 21st of May and continuing nightly at Maribor Seventh-day Adventist Church in St. Andrews. Come experience powerful preaching and practical solution to life's challenges from the Word of God. This dynamic series will also be streamed live at 7 p.m. nightly on Mission Life GND via YouTube and Facebook. Connect with us. It will be pure awesomeness.
Welcome back to Good Morning Grenada on this fantalocious Friday, May 13th. It's a Friday the 13th, so those of you who are superstitious, keep that in mind. You're superstitious? You're superstitious?
No.
Okay. But for those of you who are, it's Friday the 13th, so be careful out there on the nation's roads. Gary, people are still talking about your experience. I'll share somebody's comment on Facebook. Somebody said, because it's, I think, what most truckmen have in their minds. I had a similar experience on the lane road with a truck coming around the corner taking my right of way. I didn't give way, and when he passed, I shouted out to him that it was my right of way, and he said to me something like, well, it's a big truck, as if saying I had to give way because it was a big truck. And I think a lot of truck drivers have that in their mind, unfortunately, the way they are on the people road. Lord, let's just be grateful.
Is that kind of bully mentality?
Yeah. They bully their way into the traffic. That's what I say. They bully their way into the traffic.
It's sad though. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be.
Yeah, but as somebody on Facebook, as Moni on Facebook says, thank God, Gary, you and your family are fine. It could have been worse. So yeah, let's
count to my blessings. Count to my blessings today.
And the person suggests that you don't use that direction anymore. Go another route.
And funny enough, about 5 hours later, we traversed that same lane, only to bounce up the same truck again.
Oh, jeez.
Of course, it wasn't under such horrific encounter, but yeah,
was he driving more carefully?
This time, it seemed to have been driving. He wasn't taking over nobody this time, so.
Oh my jeez. All right.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yes, it is. All right, let's get into what we didn't get into this morning. Let's see how much of it we can. You see, and just this morning we're saying we have so much to talk about. Let's not stick on, you see. All right, word of the day.
Down to SL16.
This morning's word of the day is turpitude. Turpitude, it's spelled Turpitude. Turpitude, it's a noun which refers to inherent lack of integrity or morality, or to an evil or immoral act. It is frequently used in legal contexts in the phrase moral turpitude. An example of the use of the word: crimes such as theft and perjury may involve moral turpitude. That's this morning's word of the day, turpitude, Turpitude, a noun which refers to inherent lack of integrity or morality, or to an evil or immoral act. It is frequently used in legal contexts in the phrase moral turpitude. That's this morning's word of the day. See if you can use it in a sentence today or over the weekend. I'm sure we
like
can.
it. Like it.
I like it as well.
Oh yeah.
Straight to the thought of the day.
Thought of the day.
Yes.
Yeah, let me pull it up, man. Thought of the day: the struggle you are in today is developing the strength you need for tomorrow. So go on out there and keep pushing on, knowing that there's only pressure that is needed to turn a rock into diamond.
Amen. All right, riddle time. You got me and you again. All right. Hold on. Ready?
Ready for the?
Yes, boss.
Ready? All right, let's get it. A human brain. No, that's not a riddle. Sorry. What has wheels and flies, but it is not an aircraft? What has wheels and flies, but it's not an aircraft?
What has wheels and flies, but it is not an aircraft?
That is the riddle.
A helicopter don't have wheels. Okay, all right. That's the riddle this morning. Remember, to be eligible to win yourself a package of sleepy diapers, you need to send us a voice note with the correct answer and a picture, and that would make you eligible to win this morning's prize. Compliments our friends at Sleepy Diapers. What has wheels and flies, but it is not? I think I get it.
What has wheels and flies, but it's not an aircraft? You think you got it?
I think I got it. Okay, hold on. Let me go by Facebook. I always start by Facebook. Somebody, last I shouldn't laugh. Somebody on Facebook, Gary, says that was the driver of the truck yesterday. The answer to the riddle. Oh, lost all your grace in the dance. All right, let me go by WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says, okay, hold on. We have some voice notes to listen to and play.
Morning. My name is Jazzy, and the answer is that a garbage truck.
All right, so Jazzy says the answer is I met the three boys yesterday. I met the three boys who usually participates in the riddle. Jared, Jazzy, and and Jason. I met them and Mommy yesterday. They came for the book that I promised.
They're all three from the same household?
Yes, three
That's
little
what I thought.
boys. Imagine.
That's what I thought.
Imagine a household with three little boys. And according to Mommy, they're all into drumming. And Daddy is into drumming as well.
That's a lot of beating, boy.
That just sounds like noise. That song. Listen, a noisy household is a happy household. Good morning to the entire household. Good morning, Jazzy, Jason, and Jared. Bless up all yourselves this morning. All right, let me get back to our riddle. Somebody else on WhatsApp just writes in a garbage truck. This person sent us a voice note but no picture.
Good morning. The answer to the riddle is a garbage truck.
All right, you didn't tell me your name, baby. All right, and this person.
Good morning, my name is Shelly and Benjamin. The answer is a garbage truck.
All right, Shelly says the answer is a garbage truck. This person wrote in garbage truck. And this one writes in as well, it's a garbage truck. But the first person that met the criteria of sending in a picture with the correct answer, I am sending your photo to Master Control, and that would be our usual winning family. He comes from the winning family, and that would be this gentleman here.
Morning, my name is Jazzy, and the answer is a garbage truck.
And
Jazzy sounds like 3 years old.
Jazzy is the smallest among them. Yesterday when I give them the book and I give them my bunks, and Jazzy said, "That's my brother. No, that's my big brother." Jazzy looks like he probably gives the most trouble bunch last. Hold on, I did one half of the sending and I didn't do the next half. So hold on there, Timothy. I'm sending you. I don't know why it doesn't. Timmy's number doesn't show up. All right, Timmy, so I sent you the picture of Jazzy, our winner for this morning's riddle. I hope all are going and collect your prize, you know. I know they collected the calculator. I hope all are going and collect the Pampers too, you know. I don't know if y'all need it, but I'm sure you can find a neighbor somewhere to give the packet of Pampers somewhere. But Jazzy is our winner of our riddle this morning. Like he had that one on the tip of how do we collect the prize. You can collect your prize. You have so many to pick up. You best go to a truck. You pick it up at Sleepy headquarters on Lost, the same Lothers Lane. Now every time I think about Lothers Lane, I'm going to think about Gary's experience.
Yeah.
But you can collect it.
Approach with caution.
Approach with caution. Collect it on Lothers Lane at Sleepy's headquarters. There is Jazzy with his little cute self with his mask around his neck. Congratulations, Jazzy, on winning this morning's riddle. Yeah, so you can collect your prize at Sleepy. Just give them your name. I know they have your name and number, so just give them your name and collect your prize/prizes. Okay, let me go.
We on the inside.
We on the inside. Big and bold. Don't forget big and bold. Big and bold.
We talk.
A reminder of King of the Grill. Reminder of King of the Grill, because I want to make sure everybody's on track. King of the Grill, June 4th, 2022. That's next month. May, June. Yes. That's next month. Please the Lord. Monush Plainfield comes alive with the return of the Maggie King of the Grill. Action starts at 12 noon and we go in until y'all say when. We have lots of grillers that have signed up as part of the competition. We have things for the kids, bouncing castle, face painting, horseback riding, go-karts. So come on down to Maggie King of the Grill. I am not sure if there are any more spots left if you want to compete, but just in case, just call and verify 440-3033 or send an email to sales@gbn.gd. When you call, ask for Janelle and or Joseph, and they would better be able to provide you with the information if there are any spots left. But make a call. You never know until you make that call. And if you don't want to compete in the grilling part of King of the Grill, you can compete in the karaoke part of the Maggie King of the Grill. We're introducing the karaoke this year, giving our patrons an opportunity to win $500 cash on the spot, on the SPOT spot. So whether you can carry your key or you think you can carry a key or you can actually carry your key, whatever it is, come down and compete in the karaoke part of the event. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a fantastic time. Maggie King of the Grill, June 4th, Monrouge Play in Field. So come on down.
Come on down.
Yes. It's like how they call it again? Price is Right. Come on down.
Right. Come on down.
Okay. All right. Let me stop. Let me go. Okay. Marlene. This is a story we've been following, Gary, and I know you've been eager to get your paws on the clips to actually be able to share our thoughts on it. In relation to
Arsenal for a minute.
Tell me what interests you about this part of the Molinaire project.
It's not so much about what interests me really is the take that this individual Denison John has on it. All right, he has a rather unique take on the situation, and we got a few clips to play you. And Blossom, by by all means, feel free to cut it at any point in time to continue. All right?
No problem.
He's drawn some comparison. He's drawn some interesting comparisons. Let's take a listen to the clip because we'll talk about it some more after. Let's take a listen to the clip.
Could have been repaired by many of our construction companies here in Grenada. Is that just a coincidence?
Secretary, I must ask you about the method. I know we touched on it a little while ago, but there is a suggestion from the United Workers' Party that you're being handed contracts. Now, I understand being discussed in St. Lucia. Most people are saying, well, this contract was offered to Reno, or he won this contract only because he's the Prime Minister's friend. There are even suggestions and statements being made that the Prime Minister is a shareholder in your company.
Well, I'll tell you something. If the Prime Minister is my friend, he's a very smart guy because I consider myself successful, and if he associates himself with successful people, he will do well. I think St. Lucians do not appreciate St. Lucians and are not proud of St. Lucians. Unlike Bajans, a St. Lucian cannot go to Barbados and get a contract as easy, you know.
What Mr. Reno just said, I want you to listen to me carefully. In his making his comparison between St. Lucia and Barbados and the awarding of contract. What Mr. Reno just said is that the people of Barbados are smart people. They are proud of their people. They love their people. Therefore, they award these kind of contracts to Bajans, to their people. So what is he saying in terms of Grenada? You know what he's saying? We are dumb. Because if the Bajans are smart to give contract to Bajans, then Grenadians are dumb to give contract to non-Grenadians.
Yeah.
All right, and that was Dennis George. Dennis George's take on the handing of the contract to the winning of a contract to a St. Lucian company for you had to be very careful with your words, to repair the Molineux land slippage area. So Gary, you had some thoughts on this, on his take.
Yeah, like I said, it's not so much of a thought. It's just getting the public to get into the mind of Dennis and George, really and truly. The idea of an outsider going into Barbados, the comparison he drew up, I think is rather amazing, because I think we all can agree that an outsider cannot go to Barbados, and I will go as far as and say Trinidad or even Jamaica to win a contract above the locals. All right. So now it's interesting that such has happened here in Grenada, as he termed it, political nepotism. All right. So this is how he terms it, Dennis and George. But let's give the floor to Nolan Cox, who is come to the defense. All right. He's defending the government's decision in awarding the contract to the St. Lucian-based company. Let's hear his take on that, shall we?
All right, Master Control is not yet ready with that clip.
About the recent announcement by Senator Nolan Cox that the Molineux land slippage project has been awarded to a St. Lucian construction company. George cites this as a disservice to all Grenadians and Grenadian companies.
Slap in the face to the Grenadian people. It's a slap in the face to every unemployed youth in Grenada. It's a slap in the face to every unemployed young man in Grenada. It's a slap in the face to every company in Grenada that is capable of producing and fixing that road, and that was not given a fair opportunity to do that work because of possible political nepotism and favor.
In a statement issued on Thursday, Minister for Infrastructure Development Nolan Cox sought to clarify what he termed misinformation, implying that government is not giving opportunities to local companies to bid on that particular project.
The 6 companies that submitted, one of the companies who submitted documents, it was non-responsive, so they didn't even bother evaluating that company, so they end up evaluating 5. They have missed out a number of documents, and so that one there was nothing there to evaluate. So eventually, only 5 companies' documents were evaluated. And of course, the Bonafide Grenadian company was one of those companies that was evaluated. After evaluation, the highest score received was 91, and the lowest score received was 42 points. And the Grenadian company in question received the lowest scoring of 42 points. One of the reasons why the local Grenadian company was not scored very high because of the 20 or so documents that was part of the tender that was required to submit it. The local Bonafide Grenadian company failed to submit about 14 or so of the 20 plus documents. And just to give you a snapshot of some of the things that was not submitted, things like insurance, methodology statement, schedules, also what was failed was submitted, information on doing prior work similar to that nature what is being done at Molyneux.
Listen to this.
All right, and that was Senator Nolan Cox, Minister of Infrastructural Development, defending the awarding of the contract.
Yeah, it's rather interesting.
It is. Lost, you have to be careful what you're saying these days. But
yeah, I don't have an opinion on this one. I just relating someone else's thoughts.
But here's something that's like making me go on pause. That people are saying the contract was awarded to St. Lucian Company for political. How did Mr. George put it? Political mileage. But yeah, I'm wondering
if Massa get clip 2 lined up. Dennis and George has a pretty interesting. Take 2, video 2 on this one. Kind of delve into what you just mentioned here.
Right. So I think that's what he said. It's a political mileage. But if it's political mileage, it's in the heat of an election. Wouldn't I want to award it to a Grenadian company, giving Grenadians an employment, which would give me more votes? Because if I give it to a St. Lucian company, how does that help me politically? You understand what I'm saying?
On what Dennis and George is saying, you might be a slightly bit off.
I might be off?
In rational.
How?
So, like I'm choosing my words carefully, all right? Because again, I don't want to end up, sideways in cold belly. Yes. But let's listen to the second video, Master Control, if you will, Dennis and George second video, and listen up to this particular clip and let's see if we can make sense out of nonsense with this one.
Listen to this.
In the 5th year, in August, because election was November.
Yes.
In August, Mr. Clem Bob approached me and asked me and told me, Reno, I heard you were offering financing to the government. Are you still willing to do it? And I said to him, yes, I'm willing to do it. He approached me in August and he said to me, Reno, we have an election coming and we have to deliver to the people.
Oh.
And we must deliver to the people. To tell you that in his 2nd year in the administration, I personally called him and offered him $20 million US a year for the next 4 years that I would finance their government to get works done. That was in his 2nd year.
He goes to the government, and he offers money to the government. You heard him say it yourself. He offered money to the government, $40 million, $20 million. We're going to finance this project, and the government will be owing us the money and pay us the money later. That's nothing wrong with that. That's business. But when he himself admitted that this is done in St. Lucia days and weeks before an election, what does that tell you? Why now, Grenada? Why now? After all these years, this road in Molyneux has been done. Why now?
So you understand what I'm talking about?
Kinda.
So that's what Mr. George is getting at. All right, the timing. So things that make you go, All right. So that's his take. Of course, Denison George resides in the United States. He's a lawyer there, and he has championed the cause of many disenfranchised, should I say, people. You know, he has championed the cause in women's rights. In cases of child molestation, he has broke a lot of cases and brought justice to family members. So he's been doing quite a bit. So that's that for that. So again, folks, you can take and subtract whatever you like from that. But I just thought that spin was rather interesting.
Somebody on Facebook says, only in Grenada, baby. Oh, our government loves us very much.
It's all about the timing of that contract, boy. You understand it? Right around election time. You understand?
Somebody else on Facebook says, it was always in the pipeline, though. It was always spoken of. Molyneux. Let me see. Somebody on WhatsApp afraid to take the calls because y'all don't say stuff, man. I don't want us to be in trouble. Somebody on. That's why I'm reading those that I.
This issue is sensitive.
That's why I'm reading the comments, because I can actually see comments that I can and cannot and should not read. Somebody on WhatsApp says, Mr. George is right. I know for a fact that a number of Grenadians submitted bids, but we know who passes the buck. But by the way, it's another election gimmick. Wait, all you go see. Okay, right, and I'm reading the next part. But according to Senator Cox, there were Grenadian companies that submitted bids, but they just did not meet the requirements. So that's another discussion that we can have. If you do not meet the requirement, should you get the contract just because you're a homegrown company? Somebody on WhatsApp says, gimmick or not?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. So the part that if you were to submit 20 documents and you only submitted 6, meaning you did not submit 14, then I can't give you the contract just because you're called Grenada Repair Molyneux Road Company. So I mean,
I think we need to, and probably Grenada is ahead in that idea more than any other country, but if we have to foster one Caribbean and Caribbean unity and
CSME
and them kind of thing, we shouldn't be really making these things an issue. I mean, yes, I think that, of course, our locals should be given some sort of preference, but preference shouldn't be ahead of qualification and safety.
Agreed. Somebody says, gimmick or not, regardless of the timing, the work has to be done. Yeah, boy, I had go through Mount Morris. Work has to be done.
You're telling me?
At this point,
the last time I wasn't happy.
I didn't really care who really do the work, to be honest. I just want the work done. I have family on the western side, and I thought I'd go through Mount Morris. My tire's eating up on that piece of concrete inside there. Somebody else on. Callers, I know, I see the phone ringing, but I'm afraid all you.
Don't afraid now.
Okay, let me. All right, hold on.
Don't afraid. We have a button called the off button.
All right, hold on. Good morning, caller.
Use it wisely.
Good morning. I'm calling to talk about that project. I heard you mentioning, young guy mentioned about the vehicles and the overtaking and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But the scenario that you painted about this, the guy tell you that if you don't see a truck, was the truck laden?
Oh, I'm not sure.
You mean if he had goods on it?
Yeah. Was it laden? No, not for the for the lady.
Oh, for the lady.
For the
Okay.
incident that she had.
They didn't specify.
Okay, because you see what I'm saying is that the law is that once a vehicle is laden, unladen vehicles have to give way to them. A lot of people doesn't understand about that specified in our laws. If a vehicle is, how we know in laden, I don't know, but some people look and see that they are laden. But there's others you may not know. But what the law is that unladen vehicle must give way to laden vehicles.
Okay.
And you will understand the reason for that, especially on a hill and stuff like that,
I understand, but we had to do it safely.
Again?
We have to do it safely. I hear what you're saying and I understand what you're saying, but we have to do it safely. We can't just be pelting with truck up and down the place because.
Exactly. No, just throwing it out, because
that's some interesting. That's interesting. Thanks for letting us know that because I didn't know that. Yeah.
Neither did I. So thank you for that.
Thanks a lot, man.
You see, every day you learn something new. Thank you for that, caller.
So unladen vehicles must give way to a laden vehicle.
And I get it, especially on somewhere like Lotha's Lane. But if that truck is overtaking another truck, how laden can he be with that kind of speed that he needs to overtake a truck?
Yeah, well, I don't think he's making reference to my particular situation.
So that's why I'm saying we have to be careful and we have to do it safely. But thanks for that piece of information, that education, caller.
Just as a side note, you know what was interesting about my story?
Tell me.
Is that the dude, when he took over the other vehicle, they were side by side, occupying the full width of the road, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when he saw me, apparently he was startled. The other guy whom was taking over actually started tooting his horn and stopped or slowed down. So he might have saved my life more than anything else. All right. And the dude, apparently those heavy vehicles, for those who operate heavy machineries, he could not have swayed immediately because for technical reasons, the vehicle probably could have flipped. So he had to keep coming at me to give the vehicle enough wiggle room to sway away from me. So I'm sitting there seeing this vehicle coming on to me, and I'm like, this is really happening. This is really happening.
Wow.
Anyhow, we have other issues to discuss. I don't know if we have a break or anything at this stage.
We could take a break. Let me just scroll through as quick as possible the comments. And hold on, we have a last caller. Please be gentle.
Boy.
Good morning, caller.
Yes. Good morning.
Morning.
That comment that gentleman just made there about all is the law about leading vehicles. That is a joke. That is not true. It is courtesy. You give courtesy. You give courtesy to leading vehicles.
Can we get somebody from the traffic department, please?
All right.
Yeah, it is courtesy. It is not the law. It is courtesy.
Okay.
You give courtesy to laden vehicles, but truckmen just terrorize people, and it is not now that happening. I take my hat off to you for going to the company and reporting but nothing coming out of that, brother.
Well,
nothing coming out of that. All I want
to ensure that something comes out of it, though.
I tell you, all I'm interested in is for them to to joke the stand and do whatever it is and get the job done. That is it.
Okay.
I would like for you to come back and say, well, something came out of that. But nothing came out of that.
By a lawyer, boy, should all else fails.
Nothing came out of that. Them truck drivers, you see the speed them truck and them going out and they want to talk about busmen and all them kind of things.
Nah, them truck and them ridiculous, man. They're ridiculous.
Thank you, caller.
Listen, what are you talking about there? Listen, especially in the night when you see you have stand, when stand come, and they have to joke that stand. It's races, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's races to see who could go and
make
come
as
back.
many trips as they can, eh?
Yes, it's races, especially in the night.
Thank you.
All right. We got to run, caller, but thanks a lot.
Thank you, caller.
Thanks, man. Thanks a lot.
He said something I agree with them. Some of them truckmen terrorizing the road.
Terrorizing people on the road.
I like the word
especially
terrorizing.
Females who might be a little bit more timid. I feel for them, eh?
Me too.
Yeah.
And a lot of them use that to their advantage because they know some females are more timid. Like if you bully your way into the traffic or so, the lady, even though it might be her right of way, she would give it a blind because she's afraid. Not I, said the cat. All of us paying taxes to be on this road. Lost people that tell me us drive like a man because some of these men try to bully us females. Not me. As long as I could do it safely once it's my right of way, plus I'm cutting and going through. Bossman has tried to bully me, not I, said the cat.
But he's swearing that nothing's gonna come out of that incident, but I am hell-bent.
I agree.
You don't mess with my family, you don't mess with anyone's family. If it was me alone in the truck,
is one thing.
Or in the vehicle, I probably might have let it slide. But it's my entire family.
Yeah.
Not half of my family. My entire family was in the vehicle there with me.
Whole generation or two. All right, let's take a break.
When we come back, we have some some clips from the motorcade yesterday and some song bites.
So many comments on this the truck thing as well as the Molineux Road thing, but we can't get to them all. But the conversation continues. Maybe next time I'll get to some of them. Okay, yeah. So let's take a
more time
break.
on the morning show, boy. You have enough time.
That is enough time. You'll get in more trouble. More time means more trouble. Don't try to time me up. Let's take a break and then we're going to come back.
Touché, sister. Touché.
We're going to pay some bills and we're going to come back inside with some more conversations on Good Morning Grenada on this fantalicious Friday. We'll be right back.
Total is one of the world's largest oil companies with a top quality line of lubricants. Total Lubricants has a full product line from passenger cars, motorcycle, heavy industrial equipment, mining, trucking, agriculture, and manufacturing machines and vehicles. Total Lubricants, winning championships in motorsports, including Formula One and World Rally Championships. Total Lubricants are available at all Rubis service stations, leading automotive shops, and distributed by Huggins.
Let's start the new year on a high, a detox high, because it's detox time again at Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Check out our many detox packages starting from $100 or get 15% off on colonic irrigation therapy. Detoxing can help with liver and blood cleansing, weight loss, constipation, acid reflux, kidney stones, heavy metal removal, gas and bloating, and more. Call or WhatsApp us on 231-6642, 418-7115, or 449-7753. Ask about our delivery options. Visit us now. Bruce Street Mall, store number 1208, or Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area. Our opening hours are Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Detox, your way to health. These specials ends on March 31st or while stocks last.
Tired of changing your baby's clothes? We have the perfect solution. Sleepy Denim Diapers, giving you that fashionable denim look throughout the day with the same soft touch. Look cool, look hip, rock in style with Sleepy Jeans.
Distributed by Sleepy Diapers Grenada Limited, Loafers Lane, St. George, and available at shops and supermarkets island-wide.
Ultratech gasoline and diesel, available only at Rubis stations.
No, that's not how you cross the pedestrian crossing.
Really? One day I just woke up and I saw pedestrian crosswalks on the road. No one really showed me how to use them properly.
Well, This is how it's done. You never cross before doing these things. They might save your life. First, when you get to the crosswalk, you stop. You look left, you look right. If there's a vehicle coming, you put your hand out, making eye contact with the driver, indicating that you want to cross. And only when the vehicle comes to a complete stop, you quickly cross to the other side.
Stop, look, hand out, eye contact. Wait for pedestrian to cross to the other side, then you happily continue on your journey. This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
Coughs and sneezes spread diseases. So cover coughs and sneezes, please. Not with a rag or bandana. They trap germs. When you use the rag again, you put germs on your hands and everything else you touch. When you cough or sneeze, cover your mouth and nose with tissue. Throw the tissue in a bin and wash your hands afterwards. If you don't have a tissue, cough into your sleeve or elbow. Alcohol-based hand sanitizers are also effective in cleaning hands.
Apologies for that. Good morning and welcome back to Good Morning Grenada. If I tell all I was, trying to make up time so that Gary and Hot 98 can, rejoin us from their own ad break. That was part of the reason why I was, in the little fete with the little boys here. I swear. That's why, I let it play that long so that Hot FM. So that Hot FM and Gary Mr. Smooth can join us. You see, now they're with us. Welcome back, Gary. You see, I was trying to make up a little time.
Yeah. That's your excuse and you're sticking to it.
That's, man. Yeah. All I can't win my birthday, so that's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. All right. Blossy Bloss, Gary Mr. Smooth. We on the inside. Big and bold. Next topic.
Big and bold. Next topic. Yesterday was mass in the Northeast, boy.
Lord.
I traveling up from the southern side yesterday, and I'm like, why is it traffic built up all the way down by D-Color? I was like, what kind of madness is that?
And he had traffic diversion through Lamode, which compounded a lot.
When I reach in Lamode Junction, because I live in Lamode, I big up to the crew inside of Lamode. I see big detour sign. I say, look at my troubles now, boy. I say, no. And then my wife reminded me, oh yes, NMP had a thing. All right. So that's what's up. So and the NMP had that thing, and which we are a little bit short on time, so we have to bypass some of the song bites we had in mind.
But we must play that one.
We must go. We must go to which one? Which one do you think we should go to?
We must play Allion. We must. Let me go local. We must play that one.
Let's go to Ali Dowd and my good friend Ali Dowd, and he has crossed the political aisle. And who would have guessed? I heard that talk some months ago, and I never heard anything about it again. And then this happened last evening. I was like, where there is smoke, there's got to be some fire. You feel me?
Yeah. Once you have a little spark somewhere.
Yeah.
So let's go to the clip and
let's check it out.
Brothers and sisters, on the NNP platform, Brother Ali Dowden.
let me start this evening. I have to monitor my time. I don't want the chairman to run me. But this evening I am here to endorse Nimrod Olive. Nimrod is a good gentleman, a man of honor, a man of principle, a man of integrity, a hard-working. Nimrod has been a servant and a worker of Grenada all of his life. No Johnny come. And the reason why I'm here to endorse him, we do have some family connections, but also to say, and went back on his promise and instead kicked his own deputy out of St. David's, leaving him with no seat. If he can do that to his deputy, and if he can do the things that you will know eventually that he has done to me as a member of the party, you will never vote and support the NDC in the next election. There is no love in that heart. That heart has stopped pumping. And so in closing, I say to you.
All right, so that was Ali Dowden on the NNP platform last night in St. George. No, listen, politics is a kind of game, eh?
It takes a special kind of person to be a part of politics.
The operative word here is game. Politics is a kind of game. You have to have the intestinal fortitude to be a politician. And then you have to have intestinal fortitude to, how I should put it, boy? Loss? You know what? I'm saying it. To blindly support who you're supporting.
Yeah, understand? But don't blindly support, okay? Don't blindly support.
Listen, it has some blindly supporting individuals in Grenada. On all sides of the fence, not both sides, because you have other parties and independent candidates. On all sides of the fence, you have some people, it don't matter where, how, who, what, when, why. The inside and the inside. I've seen supporters switch parties because they're following this one individual. I see supporters switch individuals because they're supporting this one party. The thing goes on, yes.
How many times has he come up against Keith? 3 times?
Twice.
Twice? So you can't beat them, you had a joint.
That's what they've been saying. Hold on, let me go and look and see.
They say when you can't beat them, you join them. Boy, oh gosh, I'll go vex you before saying this.
Listen, I like to have my my details right. So the very first time he contested against Prime Minister Mitchell in St. George Northwest, he got 323 votes. Prime Minister Mitchell got 2,679. The second time in 2018, Ali got 41 votes, and Prime Minister Mitchell got 2,551.
Oh well.
So, and this time the NDC has announced a new caretaker for St. George Northwest in the person of Mr. Lacrette. I think Jonathan is his first name. So I'm not sure if that is where the tension came. No, man, like that's not.
Well, he said a few things about the appointment of Deacon Mitchell. He seems to be a little bit upset.
Yeah, and it's not because of the appointment of Mr. Lacrette, because I remember Mr. Dowden saying that he was not contesting a third time. So it's not because they gave the seat to somebody else. Okay, all right, yeah.
Anyhow, so Saturday coming is going to be a big, it's going to be a big revelation. We don't know what it's going to be.
We don't know.
All we know is some big news going to be dropped inside of Telescope
but
on
here now,
Saturday.
The Prime Minister has done this before, you know. He continues to tease us and say, "Olia, come."
He's like a typical businessman, a promoter, right?
He knows how to get you.
Trying to get people to the venue.
He knows how to get you involved and interested and listening. He has done this in previous cycles before, saying, "Oh, they come for big announcement." And while some people may be saying, you know, this is a date, or some people may be saying, expecting him to say, "We've asked the GG to prorogue Parliament." Sometimes it may not be that big, but you never know until you go, or you never know until you tune in. These days, everything live, so you can stay home
line up when the bell ring. Line up that one. That might be the final clip we play.
And speaking of Saturday, today there is a back-to-back sitting of the Houses of Parliament this morning. So all that too has piqued interest. The lower house with Prime Minister Mitchell and the other MPs they meet at 9 in the lower house, and then the upper house, which is the Senate, they meet at 11. We will be carrying the Parliament sittings, at least on Classic. I'm not sure what GBN TV, just in case, there's a major announcement. It could just be a bill that the lower house did not discuss when they met. I think it was on Tuesday, or it could be something else, but we won't know again until we tune in. So Parliament, back-to-back sitting of Parliament today. Big announcement in Telescope tomorrow, please a lot. Politics, if you have not gotten registered yet,
Keith, in his own unique way, this is how he announced it when he was in St. Andrews a couple nights ago.
On Wednesday.
Speaking about when the bell is rung.
Play the clip.
Play the clip.
I understand this. Sisters and brothers, I told you what is necessary. Make sure everybody get registered. Make sure you do your canvas, have your 1 in 10, everything ready. Because sisters and brothers, when the bell rings, which is soon, I'm going to tell you this, there would be no time for registration after that. I'm going straight to the thing. Straight to the thing. It's time to put the ink on your finger and put the pen in your hand to put it right behind Delma Thomas and the new National Party's candidate. So I'm going to start the ball rolling on Saturday with a major announcement on Saturday in Telescope. So come one and all, we will talk. Thank you. Good night, everybody.
So that was the Prime Minister telling us to ready ourselves.
Gassing us up, right?
One of the important
on a scale of
things.
1 to 10, and that's for everyone out there in TV, radio, and on the Facebook Live. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much you think is he going to call an election on that day? How much do you believe?
On Saturday, please, Alon?
Yes, an election date will be announced.
I don't see it yet. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give it a 5.
On a scale of 1 to 10?
I'll give it a 5. Anything is possible with the Prime Minister, but based on how he has, built up the momentum and the suspense based on past election cycles, I do not expect it. It could come, but I personally don't expect it on Saturday, please a lot.
Okay.
What about you on a scale of 1 to 10?
I really don't know what to expect, to be honest.
Yeah.
I've given up trying to pick this man's mind.
The PM is very unpredictable, but he knows how to keep you interested and keep you intrigued. Eh?
Yeah, he's a politician.
He is, and he's skilled at what he does. Let's see.
Love or hate him.
So let's see what comes out of this morning's back-to-back sittings of Parliament.
He made an announcement also yesterday that his time in politics is coming to a close. Eh?
He's been saying that for a while now. Even before the last election, he's been saying that for a while.
Oh, Kitty boy.
This one would be his 9th time contesting the St. George Northwest constituency seat. He has won it 8 times before. He's going for number 9 in 2020. I'm predicting
just as
2022.
He seemingly is bowing out. You see who joining the ticket now?
Let's see what happens.
Then, boy, talk about timing.
So remember, back-to-back sittings of Parliament start at 9, which means there'll be no to the point as we tune into Parliament, just in case, there's a major announcement to be made at Parliament sitting. The back-to-back has everybody, paying attention to. At 9, Classic, we join the Parliament sitting, but now we get ready to join the BBC for their 8 a.m. newscast, which is in progress. Gary, thank you very much once again for another exciting program. Enjoy the rest of your fantalocious Friday. Have yourself a wonderful weekend. Hot listeners, stay right there to Hot 98. Gary's going to take over with some musical vibes. Classic listeners, it's time for the BBC. Enjoy the weekend, Gary.
Yeah, man, all the time.
Bless.